Good afternoon. Undercover officer Jacob Grant was critically injured by a fellow officer during an undercover drug buy last month. Today, his wife told us he is making progress as she tries to stay positive about what happened. News 13's Aaron Drawhorn is in the Newsplex with what she had to say.
Kim, it's been almost 40 days since Jacob Grant was shot by Lieutenant Greg Brackle. His wife says some days are tougher than others. We're not showing Grant's picture because he is an undercover officer.
He's getting better every day. He's got a long road of recovery, but every day he gets a little bit stronger and takes baby steps forward.
Laura Grant has been by her husband's side since January 9th.
I really couldn't comprehend it to begin with.
In an instant, everything changed when Jacob Grant, working undercover for APD, was accidentally shot by a lieutenant in a drug sting at the McDonald's on Central and Tramway.
I've always known how dangerous this job is, but it's never really been that real for me.
Grant was critically injured. Laura says her husband has a long road to recovery, but has been talking for about a week.
He understands everything that happened. He remembers everything that happened. He understands why he's there. He's really focused on just getting better.
We asked Laura if she's angry with what happened.
I try not to focus on being upset because it's not going to help his situation. It's not going to help my situation. What happened is happened. And, you know, focusing on his recovery is probably the best thing and the most positive for him. If we allow us to dwell on the anger, that's not going to get him any better.
She says her husband looks forward to returning to duty at the Albuquerque Police Department.
There's no keeping him down. So I'm actually relieved that he's wanting to go back and wanting to return to the police force and helping people again. So a little apprehensive, but I'm pleased because that's Jacob. That's my husband. And that's what he'd want to do, and it makes me happy that he's wanting to get back to it again.
And Laura Grant wanted to drive this point to the community.
I'd really just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it.
Grant's wife had to take time off from work as a physical therapist. Officer Grant is on workman's comp, which is just a portion of his pay, so the family is asking that donations can be made at any Wells Fargo bank under the name of Jacob or Laura Grant. You can see the full interview with Officer Grant's wife on KRQE.com. Kim?
Thanks, Aaron. Now, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about the shooting. Police are still not saying why the lieutenant fired. They do say the two drug suspects in the case did pull a pellet gun on the officers.